If you're a young adult trying to figure out your career, you've probably heard the advice to chase every single opportunity. But what if the real key to success isn't about doing more, but doing, well, a whole lot less? We're about to explore a pretty powerful idea that for anyone between 18 and 30, there's one trait that's more important than anything else.
And there it is, right there. The big idea. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not your bank account, who you know, or even what you study that matters most. In these crucial years, the number one thing that will determine your success is your ability to truly focus. So let's dive into what that actually looks like.
I mean, let's be real. We live in an age of endless options. And honestly, it can feel more like a curse than a blessing, can't it? There's this crazy pressure, especially when you're young, to be doing everything all at the same time. And that is just a recipe for burning out before you've even gotten started.
Does this list kind of look familiar? It's like a career buffet where you're trying to pile a little bit of everything onto your plate. You're trying to get your degree, but you're also launching an online store, learning marketing, and maybe dreaming about a food cart on the side. Throw in some family business obligations and a few suggestions from friends, and suddenly your energy is being pulled in a dozen different directions. It's just not sustainable.
Okay, so how do you know if you're spread too thin? How can you tell if you're in that danger zone? Well, our source material gives us a super simple but really powerful little tool. It's called the 30-second test, and it's designed to give you a quick, honest checkup on your own level of focus.
Here's how it works. It's simple. Imagine someone asks you that classic question. So, what do? Can you answer them clearly and without rambling in under 30 seconds? If your answer is this long, complicated story that jumps between 5 different projects, a few side hustles, and a bunch of vague ideas, yeah, that's a huge red flag.
And the stakes here are, wow, they're incredibly high. The source claims that a shocking 99% of people who can't pass this simple 30-second test are pretty much on a path to career failure. Now, obviously, there are always exceptions, but that's a number that should make every single one of us pause and think, right?
You know, this lack of focus often leads to another classic trap, collecting a bunch of impressive-sounding titles that don't really mean anything. It becomes more about your ego than about your experience. It's so easy to call yourself a CEO, but it's a whole lot harder to put in the work and gain the wisdom to actually be one.
And this quote from the source just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures how ridiculous it is to claim you're the CEO of 30 different things when you haven't even mastered the most basic skill in business, making a single sale. It's a powerful takedown of that fake it till you make it culture when it goes way too far.
Just look at this slide. The contrast is so stark. On the left, you've got the email signature of a 22-year-old loaded with all these grand titles. And on the right, you have the speaker's actual journey, earning a PhD and then putting in 17 years of hard work to finally become a director. One path is a mile wide and an inch deep. The other is narrow but incredibly deep.
So, what's the alternative to this scattered, title-chasing approach? It's all about saying no to the myth of multitasking and embracing the power of going all in on one thing. Choosing one path and dedicating yourself to getting that deep, meaningful experience.
And the source gives us a really clear, actionable plan. First, choose one thing, something you're actually passionate about. Second, go deep. Dedicate yourself to it completely, even if it means moving to get the right experience. Third, use that time to build a rock-solid foundation of skills and, yes, savings. And only then, after you've really mastered your craft, should you even think about branching out.
So, let's circle back to that 30-second test. What does a great answer actually sound like? It's simple, it's direct, it's confident. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm studying computer science. I'm building a startup. See, each one is clear. It communicates a single, powerful focus. No confusion, no waffling, just clarity.
But here's the thing. Real focus doesn't just change what you do, it changes how you see the world around you. The final piece of this whole puzzle is about developing a mindset where you genuinely celebrate when other people succeed, instead of feeling envious or suspicious.
So, the source paints a picture of two completely different mindsets. On one side, you've got the growth mindset. When your friend lands a client, you help them find two more. You introduce them to people. You are their biggest cheerleader. And then there's the envy mindset, where you see someone else's success and you immediately think it must be because of corruption or who they know or just blind luck. And secretly, you kind of hope they fail.
And this really gets to a much deeper point about our culture and how we're raised. The argument here is that being genuinely happy for other people is a skill. It's something we should be teaching our kids from day one. Just imagine what a community could achieve if everyone was lifting each other up instead of trying to pull each other down.
So, if you take away just one thing, let it be this. These 12 years are absolutely critical. The focus you build or fail to build between the ages of 18 and 30 doesn't just shape your next career move. It sets the entire trajectory for the rest of your life. Choosing one thing and going deep is probably the single most powerful investment you can make in yourself.
And that brings this whole conversation right back to you. The challenge is on the table. Take a second right now and ask yourself that question. What do I do? Can you answer it? With clarity, with confidence, and with focus? Your 30 seconds. Start now.